Xenoverse 2 has been a cornerstone in the Dragon Ball fandom for many years now. It is because of that dedication and support that we've received plenty of DLCs throughout the years. However, because of Xenoverse 2's continued support, we see new fans come to it every day. But for some it may be a bit intimidating because, my god, look at this. So today, I'm going to be helping you make that process a bit easier by making a few DLC roadmaps. Hey, what's going on guys? You're watching the Modding Corner, and today I'm going to be telling you the best DLCs to get as a new Xenoverse 2 player. Now, the first advice I want to give you is just get any DLC that has your favorite character in it, as most Xenoverse DLCs don't really fumble when it comes down to character quality. But what if you wanted to know which DLC characters were best for the meta? What if you wanted to know which ones have the best moves and outfits for your CAC? What if you don't care about any of that and you just want a cool campaign experience? Well, my friend, this is the video for you, as I'm going to be making my own DLC pack guides for those very questions. Now, that doesn't mean I think these are the best DLCs or anything, but just the best in these aspects. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to be revealing my 3 most recommended packs out of all the DLCs. So, with all that being said, let's get started.
You just do the singing, I'll take care of the hard part. Let's get it on!
So most days, Xenoverse 2 itself costs around $20, with the average game these days costing around $60 to $70. No, don't laugh. So let's assume you have around $30 to $40 to spend on DLC. So any of these packs I'm talking about in this video will be around that price range. And yes, I do know Xenoverse and its DLCs tend to go on sale pretty frequently, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to be judging the DLCs with the assumption that they are full price. Now, if you want to take the meta approach to buying DLCs, here's some character packs I'd recommend. First up is the Conton Vote Pack. This DLC comes with 3 characters, that being GT Vegeta, Megaman named Dispo, and Ultra Instinct Son. Now, Dispo and UI Saiyan are the highlights here, as they are really fun to play as and pretty easy to pick up and play, as Dispo has an easy unvanishable chain from Justice Blade into his ultimate attack, as well as an exclusive transformation. Saiyan has a cool moveset and has some great moves like his ultimate attack that can follow you, and some of his skills that are really cool, especially his counter. Next DLC I recommend is Super Pack 4. This one comes with Blue Vegito and Fusamasu. Fusamasu is a really good character as he is one of the OG Key Trapper characters, so he can use his unique Key Blast to zone, as well as using moves like Lightning of Absolution to keep people away. His ultimate is also really quick and easy to land. On the surface, Vegito Blue has some pretty average skills with moves like Savage Strike and Spirit Stab, but Vegito is our first example of what I would like to call the custom character difference. You see, Xenoverse 2 has some characters that can get access to custom partner keys, which, let me tell you, change the game entirely. These allow you to customize the character's skills and super souls, which means if a character is in sort of a branch of characters, they can get access to some cool moves they wouldn't have otherwise. Vegito, being the Potara fusion of Goku and Vegeta, has access to a ton of their moves, which in combination with his moveset makes him a dangerous force to be reckoned with. Next pack I'd recommend is Extra Pack 4 with full power DBS Broly and Gogeta Blue. Now, Gogeta and Broly both have the custom difference, which automatically gives them a massive leg up on other DLC characters. However, they were already great characters before this, with Gogeta having moves like Punisher Shield and God Punisher. Broly, on the other hand, has a whole list of good moves. Gigantic Wrath, Gigantic Charge, and Powered Shell. These are all moves that you can give super armor and are easy to mix people up with. They both also have great movesets, with Gogeta being a combo character and Broly being big, strong, and a borderline menace on the ground. Last pack I want to mention for PvP is Extra Pack 2. This DLC comes with 4 characters, that being DBS 17, Jiren, MUI Goku, and Fu. Now, 3 of the 4 characters here have custom versions, but the dangerous ones here are Jiren and Fu. Fu is an extremely good character with his setup supers and his ultimate, which allows you to completely disable transformation. Jiren is an overall powerhouse who has access to plenty of good moves thanks to his custom, especially moves like Power Rush, which, while can take a lot of time to set up, basically guarantee you a win if you play your cards right. But let's not sleep on MUI Goku. He may not have a custom, but he's extremely good in PvP, with his combos being easy to follow things up with, as well as him having moves like Godly Display, which can track you anywhere. He also has access to Ultra Instinct Science moves as well if you have that DLC. So yeah, if you get those 4 DLCs, that should cost somewhere around $34 at full price, but I'm sure you'll be able to get the hang of at least 1 or 2 of these guys. But what if you don't care about what the cast characters have to offer and only want to boost your CAC?
I want to be the best that ever was.
So for the CAC DLC build, the main things I'm going to be taking into account here are new skills and outfits, as I feel like the CAC is the most important character you can play as. The first DLC I'd recommend is the Daima pack with Daima 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. The moves here are really good, like all of Goku's supers, which basically gives you armor and can break stamina, and Vegeta's Final Flash, which depending on how you build your CAC, can basically make the move act as a mini nuke in your pocket. The outfits here are really good too, with us finally getting Vegeta's Cell Saga battlesuit, and Daima SSJ4 having a top and wing, as well as Glorio's cool little jacket. Next DLC I'd recommend is the Conton Vote Pack, which has things like Dispo's Justice Blade or Vegeta's Counter, as well as the cool Ultra Instinct sign moves, with the outfits being DBS 17's Ranger outfit and King Vegeta's outfit from Dragon Ball Super Broly, both having really cool designs. Next DLC is Legendary Pack 2. This DLC gives you 10 new skills for your CAC to play around with us getting moves like Crush Cannon, which can be great in offline PvP, Comet Strike, and the Meteor Explosion, which still might be the best animated ultimate attack in the game, Impact Flare and Power Wall, which are great to catch your opponent off guard and even use as a shield to protect you and your friends. You also get Kale and Caulifla's clothes for both male and female CACs, as well as Kid's Bulma's outfit from the start of Dragon Ball. The last DLC I'd recommend for your CACs that I believe is essential for making unique types of CACs is Extra Pack 1. This DLC by far has the best skill variety, with some of the most used moves in the game coming from this DLC. Sword users, you need this DLC as Capion has access to Brave Sword Slash, Hero's Flute, and Brave Sword Attack, which may not be all that impressive damage-wise, but it looks cool as hell. The board gives you moves like Evil Flame, Hawk-Tua, and Evil Blast, which honestly is a move that goes double triple platinum for thumbnail usage for me, so thank you, Deborah, you are the GOAT. Next is Buhan, who gives you his little ghosties, and a super attack version of Candy Beam. You even get Base Zamasu's moves here, as he is a mentor here. While he isn't in his home DLC, beats me, but this is how you unlock his moves like Heavenly Arrow and God Splitter. Lastly, you have the Android 13 moves, and look, this motherfucker already has Handy Cannon. That move might actually crack top 5 most spammed moves in the game. You can easily use it as an infinite, and it still does okay damage. But yeah, between these DLCs, I think they have the best value for new CAC skills and outfits. But that might not be what you're looking for. What if you don't care about getting good in online or making your CAC a crazy ass character? Bars! What if you only care about expanding the narrative and seeing all the important events that take place after the base game?
We're at the halfway point. Doing great so far.
What's all this we stuff? I'm doing all the hard work.
Now I'm going to be breaking up these DLCs into different categories and telling you which ones are necessary to play in order to fully understand the Xenoverse lore. Now, DLCs with absolutely no story include Super Pack 1, Super Pack 3, Extra Pack 1, Extra Pack 3, Extra Pack 4, Ultra Pack 1, Hero of Justice Pack 1, and the Daima Pack. If you want more Xenoverse story, these do nothing to address it, so they are fully skippable. Next category is Skip. These DLCs have a story, but they're so inconsequential that they can be skipped entirely and you won't miss a thing. Those being Super Pack 2, Super Pack 4, and Ultra Pack 2. These are pretty much just direct adaptations of the source material, with your CAC just getting plopped into the plot, but again, nothing happens that affects the overall narrative. The next batch of DLCs are ones that have a story but aren't really relevant in the long run, with most of these DLCs just dropping around the midpoint of Xenoverse 2's life. That being the Supreme Kai Tournament mode, Legendary Pack 1, Legendary Pack 2, and Hero of Justice Pack 2. These DLC, for lack of a better word, are cutscene merchants, and would still make a really cool cutscene to post on Twitter or YouTube, but basically have no substance behind it. They are the Xenoverse equivalent to filler episodes. Now, these last DLCs are what I would consider the main post-game story, and while these fluctuate in quality, these DLCs are constantly referenced in future ones and have long-lasting effects on the plot. So starting in order, you have Extra Pack 2, with it having the Infinite History mode. This features the debut of Fu, who essentially takes over as the main antagonist for Xenoverse 2, as well as his uncle Deborah, king of the demon realm. You get to travel alongside your mentor in order to stop Deborah and find out what the deal with Fu is, as he doesn't seem to be a villain in the same way his uncle is. Next DLC is the Conton Vote Pack. This DLC, in my opinion, is the only real follow-up to Infinite History to come from this era, as it basically serves as a natural ending point for one of the characters. Now, the next batch of DLC is the whole Future Saga, as they are a great set DLC package that actually puts massive emphasis on the story again. They are all important for understanding the final DLC, that being Future Saga Chapter 4, which isn't out at the time of this video's release, but assume that's important too. Now, from these 5, the 3 I'd recommend the most are Extra Pack 2, Future Saga Chapter 1, and Future Saga Chapter 3. These three go the most above and beyond in my opinion to advance the Xenoverse series forward in interesting new direction. Now, it's a tough call right now to say if Future Saga Chapter 4 will live up to the hype, because it's always been peaks and slopes to this game, but hey, that's just my opinion. Above all else, get Extra Pack 2 if you want more story, and if you want more, consider taking that Future Saga plunge. Lastly, I'm going to be giving you my top DLCs based on my own criteria. Just as a reminder, these aren't my personal favorites, but just the ones I think are the most balanced overall.
Now it gets tricky, so listen real good.
First up is the Conton City Pack. You have good characters, moves, outfits, and a simple but neat story. Next is Extra Pack 2 with top tier characters, cool skills, and what might be to this day the best story mode in the Xenoverse game. Lastly is a pretty close tie between Future Saga 1 and 3, but honestly Future Saga has been great with the massive exception of 2. So I think you should just make that call for yourself. And like I said before, the best way to go about picking Xenoverse DLCs is just choosing the characters or skills you like. My goal with this video is to try and give newer returning players a path to focus on because these DLCs have so many ways to be enjoyed. Story, characters, customization, these are just things that are in the DNA of the game. And for what it's worth, I'm glad we got DLCs that really emphasize all these different aspects of the game. And if this video helped you come to an easier decision, then I did my job. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video. If you haven't played the Xenoverse DLCs, let me know which ones you plan on picking up in the comments. Or if you have played them, leave some recommendations yourself, as I couldn't go into the details of all of these DLCs. I mean, just look at the Future Saga Chapter 3 video. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you want to go a step beyond, you can become a channel member for only 99 cents a month to see all my videos and shorts whenever they are ready, as well as getting your name at the end of all my videos. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok if you just want to see more of me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.